So there's something you desire to manifest and it's important to you, but it seems like there's a brick wall in front of you. And the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it's frustrating. I know. And maybe it's really important, like closing on a new home. Been there. Or maybe it's a specific person. Or maybe it's a job opportunity. And you've been to so many interviews and nothing has worked out. I don't know what it is, but you've been working on it. And what I'm going to suggest is that you relax a little bit and get into flow and allow the universe to bring you whatever you want. Hi, everyone. Robert Zink, your miracle mentor and alchemy success coach. And today we are soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle. We're always flying in the direction of your dreams and goals. High flyers, thank you for subscribing. And remember to click the bell icon. We're here almost every day with a new video to empower your life. So you've been working on manifesting something and it keeps getting away from you. It's like you're running into resistance. And sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. The more you chase, the faster it runs. And then we start hoping and we start wishing. And the more we hope and the more we wish, the stronger our feelings get. And the stronger our feelings get, the harder we chase. And the more we chase, the more it runs away from us. Whatever it is, whether it's a career or a person, a relationship, whatever. And I see all the gurus out there on the internet, and they're saying it's all about hard work. Get up at 3 a.m. in the morning, do 50 push-ups, run around the block. Okay, that may work for them. And I'm not against that. And I'm certainly not against hard work. But there's more to it than hard work. I remember years ago talking to a friend of mine, and he says, your dad works pretty hard, doesn't he? I said, oh yeah, he works very hard. My dad was a truck driver and he was lifting big boxes. And this is before a lot of automatic stuff was available on the back of trucks. And I said, he works very, very hard. And he says, does he work harder than Johnny Carson? I said, oh yeah, much harder. And then he said, who gets paid more? Johnny Carson does. So hard work doesn't always equal getting what you want. It doesn't always equal increase. I believe the secret to getting what you want is getting into flow state. Now, I had read about flow state. I've learned about flow state. I've been in flow state. I've taught flow state, but I didn't really understand it until I went to San Diego and went sailing. I was taking some sailboat lessons. And all of a sudden, I was coming around and we moved the sails a little bit and I could feel that I was in flow state. The sailboat began to tilt a little bit and it just hit the water just perfectly and the air. And everything was moving. There was no resistance. The boat was sailing, and I mean sailing fast. And I love that feeling of being in flow state. When you're in flow state, you can manifest anything you want. You see, the whole idea about flow state isn't to focus on a destination. The whole idea about flow state is to stay in flow state, is to remain in flow state and enjoy the experience of being in flow state. It makes sense that if there's something we want, we should exert some effort. We should put some work into it. But I think there's more to it than that. As I said earlier, while I'm not against hard work, and I like to think that I work hard myself, look, it's really about getting into that state of flow. At that moment, at the state of flow, everything comes together, everything, and resistance literally melts. One of my favorite examples is probably the greatest coach of all times in sports, the legendary John Wooden. And he talked about focusing on just the moment at hand, never looking at the scoreboard. And isn't that what we do in life? We look at the scoreboard. We look at other people and see how they're doing. We look at our relationship or our SP and we see what they're up to. We check their social media. We do all kinds of crazy things that don't help us, that take us out of flow state. But John Wooden, when he taught his basketball players at UCLA, he said, just focus on the play at hand. Give 100%. Throw yourself into that play. Don't even look at the scoreboard till the game is over. Why? Because you will know at the end of the game whether you were in flow state or not. And if you were in flow state, you automatically won. He said, I'll look at the scoreboard for you, but you focus on being entrenched, involved in the moment. That's the key to attracting money. That's the key to attracting success. That's the key to attracting an SP, getting into flow state and focusing on the moment at hand. See, using the example of John Wooden, think about it this way. It's not about winning. Winning is the byproduct of being in flow state. The key is to open yourself up to your imagination, to your intuition, and to your gut feeling. And trust your gut. Trust it. You've got this feeling. You've got this inspired feeling within you. Trust it and follow through in the direction that it takes you. Stop thinking what others think. Stop worrying about what others think. And focus on what you feel at the moment. And most importantly, trust the universe and your own co-creative powers. You are co-creator. Once you understand that you are co-creator of your reality, you'll focus on the moment at hand. You'll focus on whatever it is you're doing, and you'll enter a tunnel where you kind of have this tunnel vision, and you're not distracted by other people's opinions or their thoughts or their ideas. You're not worried about anything. You're just traveling in the direction of your dreams and goals. You're in flow state. It really comes down to allowing the God force energy or the spirit to work through you rather than you on your own with your ego, which keeps you out of flow state, trying to do all the work. The secret to getting into flow state is being into flow state. In other words, when you're in flow state, that's how you stay in flow state. That's how you get in flow state. But begin with your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Get in the habit of breathing in through your nose, opening up your blood vessels through the nitric oxide, relaxing your muscles, and just focusing on your creative powers. Breath. Anytime you find your mind going here, going there, chasing this, chasing that, come back to breathing. So you have all these counter thoughts and all these worries and fears. Instead of hanging on to them, just allow them to pass through you and get back to your intention. Get back to the wish fulfilled. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and observe the route that your attention takes. You will find yourself moving in a series of psychological reactions, an uninterrupted series of mental conversations in a traffic of mental states. You must learn to discriminate between these states and select only those reactions which would be an aid to the fulfillment of your desires. Neville Goddard. You must learn to discriminate between the mental and emotional states that would take you out of flow and get you focusing on something else, on a worry, on a fear, on a concern, or focusing on the moment at hand, on the wish fulfilled. When you are in flow, what you want is the inevitable result. In other words, high flyers, it's not if it's going to happen, because you're not focused on that. You're focused on the play at hand, the moment at hand, what you are doing right this moment. And you're allowing the energy to flow through you, or you are flowing through the energy. You know, you're like a river. You're going with the energy. So number one, focus on the wish fulfilled. You've got this beautiful picture of what you want. Now distill it down to the moment at hand. What you are doing, what you are thinking, what you are feeling, moment by moment. Number two, create and attract from within. Stop listening to all the trolls, to all the naysayers, to all the people that will tell you it can't be done, because you're about to do it. And number three, stop asking how it's going to turn out. How is this going to work? Is this ever going to happen? Stop asking those questions. Trust the process. Trust the universe. Trust God. Trust your partner. You're co-creator with God. You're co-creator with the universe. So trust. Open yourself up to trust. Stop asking how. One moment, one breath at a time will lead you exactly to where you want to be and to what you want in your life. Want to remind you to claim your free 30 minutes of miracle mentoring and alchemy success coaching. Visit us at lawofattractionsolutions.com. Here's another video I know will help you on your journey.